Apple's long-awaited response to our audience's demands is the launch of the 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros, which feature the M1 Pro M1 Max SoC at their core. The company changed the unpopular design choice that has plagued the MacBook Pro since 2016 and improved performance per watt to levels never before seen. Our review of the MacBook Pro M1 Max is the result of more than a month of testing and benchmarking. Buckle up and watch the entire video to learn more. So let's get started. The ports are back. Now, it's a relative free-for-all of ports. You get one less USB-C on the 14-inch MacBook Pro, though all three that remain support speedy Thunderbolt 4. However, there's also full-size HDMI output, a full-size SDXC card slot, a headphone jack, and a MagSafe free connector for power. Faced with all these connections, it's hard not to whoop with the sort of rapturous glee that audiences in Marvel movies produce when a beloved superhero arrives on screen to save the day. Even if the HDMI is 2.0 not 2.1, and the SD is Roman 2 not Roman 3. Pharrell Touch Bar, lick the lid, which has, like the rest of the chassis, a somewhat retro feel to it with the squared off edges, and you find the new keyboard. Black key set in a recessed ocean of matching black deck. Atop a sizable Force Touch keyboard, there's an inverted T-arrow key cluster, a Touch ID fingerprint sensor in the full-size power button, a large escape key, and of course an actual function key row running between them. A class-leading display, the 14-inch display now uses a mini LED panel and has proved to be controversial. Honestly, one of the reasons I could have forgiven you for setting macOS aside and switching to an iPad Pro as your everyday machine would have been Liquid Retina XDR. Apple's Green Tech, combining a high-resolution IPS LCD panel with a huge array of tiny LEDs split into thousands of individually addressable local dimming zones, made the Retina display tech of previous MacBook Pro models look, well, bland. A weird notch and a much better webcam. As for the controversial part, that's found up at the top. Apple's new FaceTime HD webcam gets a welcome step up to 1080p resolution, but it also occupies a notch much in the same way that an iPhone's TrueDepth camera leaves the smartphone with a notch. Blistering Performanc, my review machine. Though, packed a top-tier M1 Max with 10-core CPU, 32-core GPU, 16-core neural engine, 64 GB of unified memory, and 4 TB of SSD storage. That lands you with the only missing upgrade being the 8 TB SSD option, which would push things to a wild $5,899. The 16-inch version is, of course, even more expensive. This is not, then, a budget laptop, but then again neither is it pitched as such. MagSafe and epic battery life. Apple quotes up to 11 hours of wireless browsing from a full charge, a figure that proved to be accurate in my experience. It's worth noting that this is basically Apple's most power-hungry configuration. With the M1 Pro inside, the MacBook Pro 14 would probably last longer still. Truly built for pros, this time around, Apple is offering parity between both the 14-inch and 16-inch versions. You can, if your pockets are deep enough and your ambitions sufficiently grand, have either screen size with the top-tier M1 Max chip. Both can be outfitted with up to 64 GB of memory. 2. It's the same unified memory approach that we saw with the MacBook Air M1 and Mac Mini M1, where CPU and GPU flexibly share the same pool of RAM. We are going to end this video right away. If you have any query or information to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.